you got the ice on, right? You're iced up,
Okay.
and your homie pulls out the diamond tester, and all your shit fake.
Oh,
bro, that
I
homie's not
still
gonna
don't
be
think
alive,
that's as
bro.
bad as stuttering.
Welcome to the first episode of the Chairmen of the Board podcast. I am your host / CEO of this goddamn podcast. I am Marvin. Today I have Mr. Micah Sandoval,
What up?
Mr. Colin RX,
Yes, sir.
Lord Jeremy, and then Mr. Christopher.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. First segment of the pod, I have blind ranking top 5 or lost moments. First topic is getting a little broed by your homie on the 2-man.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
That's at least
Oh yeah, so we're blind ranking this. So
that's like a 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it safe and put that at 3.
So for those who don't know, Marvin, go ahead and give us an example of what this means.
So it would be like we're on the 2-man, right? And it would be like, damn, bro, you forgot your wallet again, bro? Don't worry, I got you, type of thing.
Bro, what if he hits it? What if he hits the girl with like, oh, he always does this? Like that
Oh
one hurt.
my
That one
God.
hurt.
Nah, but like you'd be defensive now. So I mean, like you're kind of somewhat joking. The hus know what's going on already. Where I can let that slide. So I mean, like, let's talk. So you got what? Unanimous 3 from the first 3 guys. Chris, what do you get so far?
So let me just be clear here. So you're 2-manning, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then
with any
bro
of
goes,
us.
"You got your wallet."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's like, "Here's this little bro."
He's
While
really
you're in the
sapping your
2-man.
aura. Like he takes the aura away from you, puts it on himself.
He puts it on himself. I think that's a safe answer, but I'm gonna go with 4 because I believe that you're gonna get progressively worse as this goes on.
Nah. That one's pretty bad though. Like
It's pretty bad.
If it's
But
the
there are
hus
worse things.
too.
Yeah.
There are
or
most
like
definitely worse things than
Definitely.
or
that's
like you
not-
could be like say like say hypothetically Colin has a living girlfriend, but like say I'm there with him. What if Colin does the let me use your head as a headrest, like the armrest type of thing?
Oh,
Sap.
Ugh.
that's a fight right there. In front of the hus?
Exactly.
Reasonable
In front
crash
of the
out.
hus.
Look, I
That's
might
what I'm
lose that
saying to you.
fight, but I'm not losing my dignity. Okay.
So you guys say 3. Chris
I'm
is
gonna-
at 4.
I'm
I'll
at a
put it-
solid 4.
I'll put it at 4.
4.
Because I feel like your aura could get sapped from that, but there are ways to come back from getting little broed in front of the huzz. So I'll put it at
You
4.
just pull it out.
Straight up.
What do you mean? What's an example of that? What's an example of getting that comeback? What's a good get back from the homie from that situation?
You just have to. I don't know, man. He's
Oh,
not. He's
see,
not.
like,
There is
No,
no
no.
recovering from
He's-
this.
there's no covering, bro.
He's not the homie at that point, bro. You gotta find a different guy, man. The 2-man has gone wrong.
Because when you reach in for the wallet, you just gotta flex the rolly, bro.
Ooh,
Flex
you know,
the
he's not wrong.
Be like, oh yeah, bro, my bad. Just like sling the sleeve up, but you got the rolly on.
No, that's where you go like, oh, bro, you're right. I think I left it in the Lambo again.
Oh,
That bro's
Yeah,
gonna
I
hit
left it
you
in
with.
my 5-story mansion, bro.
Is that your Lambo outside? Oh, it's no big deal. Lambo? I thought you drove a beat up Corolla.
He doubles down on you. Oh man.
Then there's no recovering from that.
Oh,
I'd be like, no, it's okay, bro. I paid for you last time.
No, 2. Yeah, right. 2 in a row from the homie. That's the last time he's going on a 2-man.
Make it worse.
Bro, that's 2-man, bro.
You just gotta abandon the establishment at that point, bro. You just got clowned on 2 times. I still put that at
Okay.
4 though. So there's ways around it, but if bro doubles down, like he ain't ever going out clubbing with you again. So
Oh, yeah.
I say like I put that at 4.
at 4. All right.
Alright, what's the
Chris
next
and I are at 4. Everyone else is at 3.
I think everybody moved up to a 4.
All right.
Alright.
Everybody unanimous in
Yeah.
4.
I'm
Unanimous
I'm
4?
okay with that being
Yeah, I'm
4.
okay with 4.
All right. Next up, I have getting mad at your homie on the game, not realizing he was the one underperforming.
Nah, that's like a 5.
This fucking Jinx, bro. Oh, that's me, homie.
These supports are not healing.
Our healers are brain dead. I'm on support. Oh shit!
No, I actually did this like a week ago. I was with 2 of my friends that are much better than me at CS:GO or at Counter Strike, and I was like, "Dude, what is this fucking idiot doing?" And then my buddy's like, "Dude, that's me." I was like, "Oh shit."
I don't know, man. I probably put that at a 3, only just because
who's losing more aura there?
No, bro,
Is
that's
the person
5,
getting
bro.
blamed or the person blaming them?
Bro.
Any way you can think about it, bro. Any way you can think
I
about it.
don't feel like that's like a lot of aura loss, though. I feel like
it's a
getting
mutual
stunned-
aura loss.
All right, you know what, that is true.
That's
I
like
put
a
that at
5,
a 5. I just feel bad afterwards. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
I could have pulled off like the sickest play, like clutched it up and everything, start talking shit to the dude who fucking threw the round. That's your boy. And it's just like all of it's fucking gone. I just feel bad afterwards. I'm like, oh fuck you, you right, my bad.
Or what if it's
like say if it's like Valorant or something, and then like all eyes are on you, or and then you're the one shit talking to the person who's trying to clutch up, and that's their homie, bro. And he knows that you're talking about him because everybody's watching because everybody else is dead, bro.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Like, there is times where we're playing rivals. Now I'm like, wow, this dog shit fucking damage. And then I'll tab, and I'll be like,
and then it's calling him Marvin on damage.
And then I just learned to keep my mouth shut a little bit because I always tab before I say shit.
Oh no, I always like to do that.
So I think it's a solid 5.
I double down on that shit if it's Micah. I mean it.
Man, you stink.
Or it's like in rematch when he gets the perfect pass to the goal and then he misses. You're like, those dudes
Disgust me.
Marvin, that was me.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't hold back in a rematch. I'll tell you guys there's shit 100%.
You're the only ones on the team. We don't play
You
with
put your
randoms.
fucking soul into that. I made one bad play and you fucking damned my whole family.
You disgust me, you pig.
There's an overcoming of anger.
Genuine anger.
Alright, the verdict for me is I'm gonna say 5 because you don't lose a whole lot of aura, but you can just all you can do is say my bad, bro. Move on.
I don't think it's aura.
There's not a huge amount of aura loss there.
Oops. Yeah, I'll put that at 5.
5.
Yeah.
I got getting immediately rejected on the cold approach.
Oh, that's definitely like gotta be like 2 or 1.
But wait, like a cold approach is just like, hey, I like you, and she's like not interested, right?
Yeah,
okay.
I have
Yeah,
an
cold approach is
example.
when you walk up and like you be like, "Hey, I think you're cute," and she immediately rejects you.
No, I think
Yeah.
I think that's definitely a 3 because if you first get to somewhere and you're like, bro, I'm feeling myself right now, and then the first person shoots you down, you're probably not talking to anyone else the rest of the night, dude.
No, seriously, I think that's probably 2. For
It's
me.
like a recovery moment at that point. You're just like, fuck, bro, like it's over, dude.
Yeah, after the first ejection, you're like, I'm going out for myself then.
I think my personal opinion on this one is it depends on how she rejects you, right?
I agree.
I got an example.
Okay,
let's
what's the
just say this is the overall example. So go ahead.
All right, so Zach went out recently. I was like a month ago. That's not recent, I guess. He went up to a girl. He goes, "Damn, I hate your stranger. We're strangers right now. What's her name?" And she goes, "Oh, I don't have a name."
That's hilarious.
What do you even say to that?
Yeah, you just turn around and walk away.
Yeah, bro, that's
I don't
tough.
even, like how do you respond to that? That's a great question.
I think you
You
laugh.
just turn around and you drink in hand.
Because like I feel like it's so cooked at that point. Like how do you even try to like continue a conversation?
Yeah, call him with a no, because Colin every time he shoots a shot like Devin Booker, bro. Every time it goes in, I guess.
Hey, bro.
Bro has no say in this one.
Don't hate the player, hate the game, big dog.
Yeah, the fish ain't biting.
I'd probably put that at 2 for me, just because of Chris's point of you never know how they're gonna respond, because it could be like something really nice, but it could be something like absolutely like outlandish
And also,
that just kills your mood for the night.
If
I think
some
Chris
girl
also has a
goes,
good point. If it's like at the beginning of the night, then like you're gonna be thinking on that shit. But if it's like at the end, like when me and Merv went on a Thursday and I went out to that girl at, like right before we left, like I didn't really feel that bad because we were leaving anyway.
So
Yeah.
it depends on the situation. So say like we do this at EDC. If this happened at EDC, it would be like, oh, the night is starting.
well, if it was
Or, like, Tai
EDC,
Chi?
I would have a different mindset about that,
Yeah,
right?
true.
It's like you're looking at 500,000 plus people that are complete strangers to you, and all you have to do is walk 5 feet in one direction, and you never see that person again.
True.
Facts,
So,
facts.
but if
It's
it's
all
like,
about these intangibles. It's all about the intangibles of the situation.
yeah, it's all about like situation. But if it's like a girl, you go to her and it's like, hey, what's up? And she goes, ew, that's the number one.
Yeah.
But if you go up and like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not really like into that, and then it's like, okay, now it's kind of a 3. You can move on from that.
What if she just laughs?
She just laughs.
just
Oh,
laughs.
that is
That's over.
No,
Well, it
but
depends on how she
It's
laughs.
like that'll
But-
crush
yeah,
your ego.
exactly. But is she with the homegirls? Is she with the girlies? Or is she by herself? Like what's I need onto the situation.
Dude,
If
I
she's
mean-
with the girlies and she turns to her friends and laugh, I'm going home, bro.
Yeah. I feel like I would never cold approach someone who's like in a group though.
that's tough.
That's why you gotta have one of your boys just identifying the blitz. when you walk up.
I remember seeing a TikTok or something like that where it's like this dude was talking to a girl.
QB spy.
Kill.
This dude went up and talked to a girl, and then his friend went up and talked to the fridge protecting the snacks, so that she wouldn't interfere. That shit was so funny.
Bro, it could be bad though, because if you audible the play and then your homie fucking suns you like that, it's over, bro.
I saw this
True.
one video recently where it was like this dude, he was talking to this one girl, but like her friend was clearly like intervening, and like his friend came up and like just started making a weird face as they were being recorded, and she's like, what the hell are you doing? He's like, oh, I was trying to take a picture, but I guess he already took it. Yeah, but then she ruined it, and then like her friend like turned around and started talking about it, and he ended up securing her number after that. I was like, dude, he just absolutely identified the ISO and made it happen. It's a generational 2, man. So I guess like I would put this at a 2 just based off the variability of her reaction.
Yeah, there's a lot of variables that goes into it.
I'm cool with
So
that.
I'll put that at a
Super
2. for me.
Jeremy? Chris?
2.
2? Alright. Next up, I got Vegas ain't ready for us. Whole squad being down on gambling night.
I like that one.
Whole squad being down on gambling night.
Oh my god!
It happens more than we like to. It happens more than we like to. Even though we all have gone gambling collective like 3 times altogether. Well, me and you guys. I don't know about the other guys.
Yeah,
But yeah.
Personally, my luck stat is decently high, so I haven't had that issue that much. And some of the people I've played with just gamble until they're back up. So
I
mean, my luck is atrocious. That's why I don't gamble.
Dude,
Alright, Mr. Gotcha Gamer. My fault, boy.
I remember literally like getting the squad hyped up, going out, dressing all nice, just to sit down and be like in and out in 10 minutes. Like that has got to be some of the most embarrassing shit. It's like we're gonna be millionaires.
Oh,
And
dude.
then just like 10 minutes, you just walking back to the car like, damn, they got
Bro,
us
we
this
spent
time.
more time watching 3-card poker on YouTube than actually going to the casino.
Bro, I tried
That is-
getting boy Chris involved, bro. Chris lost in one hand, calling it one buy-in, played for at least another 45 minutes.
No, that was the thing is I outlasted you on that table when you bought me in one time for $20. I don't know what happened. The first hand you got dealt was like a straight, and I got paid like $50 on top of that, and it just kept going and going. And this fucking lady next to us hit a fucking full house like 3 or 4 times, and she's just getting
I know, that shit
stacked
was
for
crazy.
25s. It was stupid, bro. But then like Chris goes in, finally gets a hand, and then he immediately gets out because they just gave him fucking garbage. And Marvin goes, "See, this is exactly what was supposed to happen. But you know, your boy ran that shit back at Baccarat, though, so it's all good."
You really won the 50-50 at Baccarat.
No, that reminds me of so right as the Durango was like finished, Bryce was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go check it out." So I was like, "All right, bet I'll check it out with you." And he's like, "Ah, man, the tables are really calling to me. Like, I'll put 100 in for blackjack." I'm like, "Okay, well, I don't want to play, so I'm gonna keep walking around the casino and just like let me know when you're done." He's like, "All right." I literally like walk down, turn the corner, turn the other corner, and I get a call. I'm like, "The fuck?" Bryce's like, "Hey, where you at?" I'm like a minute away. He's like, "Oh, okay. Come back here. I'm down." I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Bro, it's like a minute and a half. This is not right."
Well,
It's like when Chris and I went to South Point to go play. So
yep,
one,
that's
two,
exactly
no
what I
limit.
was about to bring up.
It was fucking ridiculous. I still lose sleep over this. It was so gross. So we go to South Point. We each bring about $200, which is the most that he and I have collectively bought in for at the time. And we sit down at a 1-2 no limit table. And I think about like 3 hands go by, and I finally pick up like ace deuce offsuit. And normally I wouldn't really call with this, but I was like, oh, we got like straight possibilities or whatever. And I had the ace of spades, so I had a blocker just in case like 3 spades came on the flop or something. So I was like, fuck it, it's a $5 bet. Why not? I'll see what happens. Flop comes 3, 4, 5. So I flop the straight, second nuts, and I start betting into it. And then the turn comes, it's just a blank. It's like a king or some bullshit. So I wasn't worried if someone had like ace king or pocket kings or anything. That would have been a great hand if they had that. So I put in another bet, and it ends up bringing it down to heads up with this one other dude that was next to me. He was just like an old dude, but I remember watching him play like a few hands before this, and he was like just kind of throwing whatever in. So he was like playing with like 1 pair, 2 pair at the most. So I ended up getting it all in with him at the very end. Motherfucker had 6-7 for the higher straight, and we sit down, and I'm down $200 in 10 minutes. And I'm like, all right, Chris, I'm gonna go walk around. And Chris just decides to keep playing, and he's like, yeah, this fucking shit absolutely blew. And I feel like that was fucking bad enough as is. I think the funnier part was when we went to go play Bubble Craps right after that, and Chris immediately lost on that too. He put $60 in, pushed the button once, and lost it all.
No, you're getting this. You're getting this wrong. I went through 6 table rotations, getting garbage, and every time that I had a decent hand, someone would just have something better. Every single fucking time, no matter what. And then we go over the bubble craps, and I'm like, okay, well, $60. It's either we're gonna double this shit, and I get half my money back, or we don't. And he's like, okay, well, just do a max bet. That's what Colin says. And he presses the button, and it's like, oh, it's gone. And then we walk out immediately. We were there. What should have been an all-night poker session literally ended with an hour and a half.
We look at him. This is where the aura was lost on the way home. He was like, man, they really got us this time. Got to save up for the next trip.
That's like a 3 for sure. That's definitely not number
think
1. It's a 3.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
I
this
put
is
that at
definitely a 3.
I think it's more. It's pretty funny, but I agree. Like in the moment, like the aura is absolutely sapped. So I'll put it at 3.
All right,
If I could
all right.
rearrange this, I would definitely put this at 4.
Yeah, 4 would be 3, but we can't do that at this point. So.
Yeah, blind ranking. Well, I feel like you guys have done a great job so far. Because for your number 1, I have Stuttering in general.
Oh, definitely number 100%.
Yep, 100%
Nah.
number one.
You make
Really?
one wrong fucking move and everyone's on your dick.
Yep. True.
Yep.
That's crazy. No, I
Stutter
put that
once
at
is
one.
fucking over.
Dude, that shit's so fucking funny when we do that to you, though.
You could
So,
be spitting like the meanest fucking bars, but it wouldn't all fucking matter at all if you
If you
make
stutter
one
one
wrong
This
time.
dude
move.
stuttered in the group chat.
Get his ass!
It's stuttering in a group chat, making a dumb typo in a group chat, no matter what, bro. You're getting cooked every single time.
That should happen to me once and never happened again.
Also, like,
Yes,
imagine
sir,
you're like
yes.
trying to like rizz up some girl though, and then you fuck
Oh,
up.
that's even worse.
Because even if she doesn't think it's that bad, you in your head have already determined you fucked up and are now
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to
Oh, yeah.
compensate for the fuck up, even if she didn't actually care. But you don't know that.
You just have
It's
in
like
your
that,
mind that you're like, oh, fuck me. All you have to do is look down at the floor and walk away.
It reminds me of that video of, I guess you guys have seen it. It's that guy interviewing Janae Aiko, and he was just stuttering in front of Janae Aiko, because, bro, it's fucking Janae Aiko, if you guys ever seen her before. She's like a famous singer. And then he was always asking her, like, oh, what's her favorite part of the night? I think it was like a music awards show. And bro could not get it out, bro. And then she did her little like her head tilt and like did a little giggle, bro. I know, bro, folded immediately.
He's a lawn chair, bro.
All right. So now we know.
Now we know.
Oh, yeah. Bro. Oh.
Stutter. So go through the list again. Let's see our official rankings.
Alright, so we got number 5, we got not realizing your homie was the one being bad at the game.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, number 4, getting a little broed by your homie on the 2-man.
That at 4 is crazy.
Crazy. The whole squad being down on gambling night at 3. Getting immediately rejected on a cold approach at 2, and then stuttering in general at 1.
Perfect.
I like it. I like it.
You like it? Any adjustments you guys would have preferred?
I would probably put Little Broad by your homie at 2 and then move everything else down 1.
Yeah, if I was in your guys' shoe, I'd definitely put getting a little broad by your homie at 2. Because that's your own dog, bro.
Yeah, it's your own.
Yeah.
He's just using you for his personal gain, bro. I mean, I would never do that to you guys, but like hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
Yeah,
No. The thing is, we do have a friend that would 100% do that, whether it's intentional or unintentional.
That's true.
And that person not here right now.
I know who you're talking about. And you
Alright,
ever make a man so bad that his name becomes a slur? That's right now.
Let me ask you this: if you could replace one of those with this option, which one would it be? So the scenario is you got the ice on, right? You're iced up,
Okay.
and your homie pulls out the diamond tester, and all your shit fake.
Oh.
bro, that
I
homie's not
still
gonna
don't
be
think
alive,
that's as
bro.
bad as stuttering. That would probably be in the same place.
Instant one.
No, bro, why is bro? If he's really my homie, he ain't testing this shit. What the fuck? Like, bro, look at all this ice on my wrist.
Some party and bro pulls out a fucking diamond tester. He's like, bro, I know you broke as fuck.
He goes, oh shit, that's crazy. I brought this with me though.
Crazy.
You want to put that to the test?
And then you do like a little side eye to your right, and you see his cameraman on recording a TikTok. Oh, you know you're cooked too. Not just on the internet too.
Oh, yeah. It's done.
Double whammy.
It's a instant one for me. That is unacceptable behavior by your friend.
Bro, who are these friends you guys are talking about? These guys suck, man.
I ain't no
These
friend.
ain't my friends. Holy.
We're doing a little quick hypothetical going on next. I asked this question before. First time this question has already been recorded live. All right, ABG daughter or Weeaboo son?
You gotta have your explanations why, though.
All right, I've
Oh,
never
of
heard
course.
Chris's or Jeremy's opinion on this, so I want to start with them.
All right. What do
Because I know yours, I know mine, and I know Colin's. So
I'll let Chris go first because I've actually talked with Marvin about this, so I'll go second and then.
Okay.
Weeaboo
So how
son or
ABG are we
girl?
talking about?
Sorority psychology major. Raves all the time.
Is she a Marvin? Is she a pick me girl
brand new?
though?
A little bit. Demi wispy eyelashes.
It's good.
Drives a brand new Lexus. You know.
Bro. Okay, so
Alright.
let's hear it.
This is the most important question, right? What if you had that kind of money and you had an ABG daughter? Would she be giving money out to her boys,
That's a good
Her
question.
boys as the guys
like her
in
boyfriends, like the guys that she's fucking?
Damn,
Wow,
bro.
got a lot of faith in your daughter there, bro. Maybe it's the way you raised her.
Yeah.
You gotta look internally for the problem.
Your APG daughter is the product of her environment, bro.
She wouldn't be an ABG, bro. No, I would probably say Weeb son because
Wow.
Okay,
no,
let's hear him out. Let's hear him out.
Hear me
Hear
out.
out.
So like probably out of everyone in this chat, other than Jeremy, I watch a shit ton of anime. Like that's probably not 90% of what I watched through like middle school and high school. So I consider myself probably the weeb son.
Okay.
And the whole point is that like the what do they call it, the like the awakening of the anime community, and it happened like only after that we got out of high school, and then everyone started liking anime.
Yes. Well, ABG's like anime too now. There's a thing.
Yeah, ABG's like anime too, but
you can be this Gojo Satao, bro.
There's some really good role models out there for weeb sons, you know.
All right, name them. The ultimate.
He's in his old separate.
Like,
yeah, get little bro.
like BB No Money. He's like a
nah, fuck BB and No Money, bro. He's a snake, bro. He's a snake. Fuck him. He's a snake.
But dude, that's all he's doing right now is like fucking like cosplaying, going to anime events and shit. There's also a bunch of like YouTubers that are out in the scene that are like actually good in place in their lives and like did a lot of things successful just because that they're weebs. Like Gigook, fucking Anime Man.
That's basically the same
Connor.
people, bro. that don't count.
Essentially the same people. Who's that one guy that goes around to like conventions and shit and he tries to hook up
Mr.
people?
Beast.
No, what? Yo, you're a YouTuber. Do you know Mr. Beast? Hell no.
Bro's just saying stuff.
What do you? So the whole point is that
Jimmy Zhang.
Oh yeah,
Jimmy Zhang.
Go. He's a dog.
So I think that there's a lot of influence, and it's become so mainstream and popular that it's not as bad as it was before, and it's not as reclusive. All you have to do is teach them right when they're coming up about like not being a little bitch 90% of the time, and then you're good.
Yeah, Chris does have a point. Like, I think ever since like COVID, like anime has really been like more popular just because people like watch it during COVID, so like it's become more of like a thing.
Yeah.
We won't talk about like, huh?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I think you have a lot of really good points there. I appreciate it, but you're wrong. And
All right, let me hear Jeremy. Let me hear Jeremy's opinion.
All right, what is your opinion on the matter?
Yeah. So this really is two sides of the same coin here. You have the ABG daughter. Like we know she's going raving. She's hooking up with guys, but. At the end of the day, is that the worst thing? Because would you rather let your loser ass anime son sitting at home and potentially being a fucking loser, okay? Or do you want your daughter who might eventually get with a very wealthy person and then as a father you'll be taken care of later in life, you know what I mean? Like, if you have to shake a little bit of ass, it's not the worst thing.
Let me counter that argument. Let me counter argument that by saying this: What if your ABG daughter is just really, really like a pick me girl, and she really got like her heart broken on her last boyfriend. So she gets back at him by sleeping with like 8 different dudes. And now look at her taking antibiotics and shit. Like, would you?
Or she gets pregnant.
Yeah, that too. So like, would that be more of an acceptable thing to have over just a loser son?
Crazy.
Okay, but here's another thing. What is the definition of success as an ABG daughter?
Oh, you're definitely with just some like high wealth individual that like
So
basically
she has
pays
to
for all
find
your
somebody that's
shit.
high. Well,
Like basically
She would
someone that
probably-
can take care of you.
Okay, that's fair. But I think she would also most likely, like, an ABG daughter is probably going to college, right?
oh, not even
And-
college, university, bro.
Yeah, like
we'll
college
say,
and
we'll say
university.
USC. We'll say USC.
Okay.
Ultimate
All right.
ABG.
That is, Jesus Christ.
Like, she's definitely come out of that college with a degree.
That's what I'm saying too. So I don't know why she's
Because
be
she's
thoughting
not going to be
around.
street smart, but she's going to be book smart.
Mm,
Listen, they don't have a class at UHC to, about giving head. All right, she got to learn that from somewhere.
bro, I know you teach it.
Oh,
What?
Alright, Chris, you have a
Be like,
lot of work
alright,
to do
take this
later editing, bro.
Okay. But,
Okay.
like, back to my point, like, she's most likely going to be educated, right? She's going to be coming out of that university with that psychology degree. Is she going to do anything with it? No, that don't matter. But she's successful.
Define success.
Getting a job with that psychology degree, bro, or studying.
Motherfucker, she gonna be working at Starbucks.
Hey, everyone needs a coffee now and then.
Okay,
First of all,
she's still getting
Starbucks-
paid. Meanwhile,
wait. Starbucks, bro. Wait, Starbucks, bro. She's an ABG. She's gotta work at a boba shop. Stupid.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, you know what?
she could get
Right.
paid even less.
Bro, no, dude.
All right, but consider this, right? At least your ABG daughter gonna have a job. Your weeb son ain't gonna be doing shit.
Yeah, there's no
The
guarantees
weave
on
son's
that.
not even gonna be
You
showering.
be lucky. Yeah, you be lucky if that motherfucker gets out the house.
I mean, you know, his room is gonna look like a bomb went off.
Oh yeah.
Bro, what
At
if
least they listen, Marvin. What would you rather have in that situation? Would you rather have that shit just in the environment standpoint, where you know, like the son's not going to be showering, and his sense of fashion is a graphic tee and pajama pants whenever he goes out, or ABG
You know, like
daughter
it's called,
where they're, huh?
What me? You see how Colin dresses in public?
Why am I
Not
catching strays? I didn't do anything.
You literally described your own fashion sense in that statement. Or you just
Okay.
That's facts. That's facts.
My point is you're gonna have an ABG daughter who actually has a sense and style, and maybe actually knows how to like decorate their room for proper aesthetics because they're
Yeah,
used to having
I
people
agree.
coming over.
Exactly. Yeah, wow. But that's where my point was going anyway. Because I think you guys know my answer on this. If you have an ABG daughter, cool. Like, obviously she's gonna get around. But a weeaboo son, there's some things you might have to teach her. You had to teach your son that shouldn't be taught, like showering every day,
like personal hygiene,
personal hygiene,
like
knowing how to talk
fashion.
to girls.
Yeah, knowing how to fucking communicate and like socialize.
the more
Exactly.
time
We
you're
know
watching
somebody right
anime
now.
is less time that you're doing actual human interaction.
Exactly.
It's true. So with all that being laid out on the table, I think all things considered, extreme versus extreme, I'd take the ABG daughter.
Yeah, I feel like also like your ABG daughter will understand social norms better
Oh, well, I
'Cause,
guarantee
like,
you that.
because it goes back to that like interaction thing. Is like your weeaboo son will probably never interact with people outside of the internet. So like he's not going to know what's like socially acceptable, but that's something you have to teach him. Which Marvin was saying, that's something that shouldn't be taught.
Exactly.
That's true.
Also, I don't think you can necessarily teach how to interact with another person correctly if it's just one
Yeah.
person. Because you interact with everyone because everyone is different and has different beliefs. So, like, the way I interact with Marvin is different than the way I interact with Colin. So if Colin were to try to be like, oh, you should interact with Marvin like this, it's going to be different when I actually talk to Marvin.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, my counter argument. This is what I was a little bit about. I was saying a little bit earlier is that there's a lot of people that like Jimmy Zhang, right? Anime conventions are super social nowadays, and there's after parties all the fucking time.
Okay.
So let's say you're a weeb, and that's your first interaction with people that are like-minded to you, and then you go to an after party. You start getting that connections right off the bat.
Yeah, but will you ever get invited to the after party if you're just weird as fuck?
I
Counter,
mean, if you're
counter argument to
completely
your counter argument, Chris. Where the fuck you getting the money to go to an expo? Where's he getting that money from? He don't got a job. He sits in his room.
Dude, how is he gonna afford to go to an expo when he's got a bunch of anime dolls on his wall?
I mean, you're describing a neat, not a weeb. Like there's a distinct difference between a neat and a weeb.
Yeah, but it's a fine
Okay, but
line
you
that I
mean-
think gets crossed.
No. Yeah, but here's the thing. Your ABG daughter has goals, and then she'll most likely go through with them. So
Her
your
goal
daughter
is thick. That's her goal.
Hey, she went. If her goes, I'm gonna go to Japan. She's gonna go to Japan. Your weeaboo son goes, oh man, I want to find my wife in Japan, but I can't afford it. Well, you ain't going to Japan, bro. With what money too?
You ain't finding no wife over there.
They be saying where the subtitles at over there.
That's
Hey, but he probably gonna be fluent in Japanese when he goes.
Gomendosai.
he's gonna
I
be like,
learned my
Gomendosai.
Japanese.
Choto
I
a
learned my
minute.
Japanese from anime.
But I feel like, in terms of like just looking at them, I'd rather be looking at an ABG daughter than a weeboo son.
That's because you're a guy, just generally speaking. Like, of course you're gonna want to look at a girl versus some dude.
No. I mean, like, if you look at them like as a parent, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'd be like, oh, that's my daughter, versus like, oh, that's my son. You know what I mean?
I think
Yeah, I
realistically,
think Mike is trying to get like who would you be more proud of to like show off to your like friends?
Yeah,
or, like,
exactly.
I mean, we have an example that we can use right now. Are we gonna say names? Absolutely not, because it's getting uploaded. But we know who we're talking about. When we say
like one of them can't find a job, and the other one.
knowing them two and then knowing their parents so well, I know who they're proud of right now because one of them has a girlfriend.
Also, just generally speaking, I just looked up the definition. A weeaboo, often shortened to weeb, is a term usually derogatory for a non-Japanese person who is overly obsessed with Japanese culture. So I think it could be closer to like a neat, as you were saying, Chris, than like generally speaking. Like it's someone that's overly obsessed with Japanese culture, not just like I watch anime.
Yeah, it's not like you just like dabble in that, like us, you know.
Or you like
Like,
throw
yeah,
Yeah,
away
because
your
we're
own-
sophisticated
us
over here,
nowadays.
guys. Yeah, that's us.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't-
All I can think of is like what Micah was saying. It's like, oh yeah, that's my daughter with the 10th guy this week. Oh okay, there's my son.
Here's my son. He's a fucking loser.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we would neither want our daughter to be hoeing around or our son to be like girlfriendless, like not doing anything. So
the
Yeah,
family line dies here.
I think I'd rather my daughter be hoeing around than me questioning my bloodline's gonna go on.
Yeah, because like your daughter's gonna grow up eventually. She was gonna settle down eventually. But the
True.
weeaboo son is an if he's gonna settle down eventually. Is it if versus a when?
yeah,
We have
Micah?
4 ABG daughter to 1 weeaboo son. I used to be on the weeaboo son side
Alright.
until Marvin convinced me otherwise.
wait, really? I can't believe you're ever
He
on
has
that
some
side.
really good
That's
points.
what
That's crazy.
All right.
Also, I'm just like, this is kind of like general bias. I'd rather have a daughter than a son.
No, I definitely want a son.
I want a healthy
A
kid.
little bro him.
Oh, I want a healthy kid. Oh, Colin, yeah, fuck the rest of us.
Mr. Family Man. All right. Next topic. It's not even really a topic. I guess like it's somewhat like story time for some people. I might have a story. Yeah, I guess I might have a story.
Okay.
But have you guys ever been high on life sometimes?
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh,
I've
Micah,
got a few stories, but I want to hear
Alright,
these
well-
first.
Yeah, Micah jumped the gun immediately. Micah, when was the last time you've been high on life?
Bro, it had to be recently when we were
Recently.
at freaking the K-pop night.
Oh my god!
Bro, that place was so lit.
And then for context for revisionist history for the people who are in the future watching this podcast, Micah don't drink. He don't usually party like this.
Bro, I got high off the music. I have never went to a K-pop night in my life. That shit was so fun. Like seeing all those people there, they're all into the same music. And like when a really well-known song comes on, you hear everyone in the room like yelling and screwing out of
In that
excitement.
musty room. Yeah.
Yeah, oh my god, thank God about that fan, bro. I would have actually died. But it was just such a cool experience. And like seeing people like on the stage like doing the choreography along with the video, it was like normally people probably find that weird, but it was like not out of place at all. It was really cool.
It was cool. You only saying that because there's a baddie there too, but no
This-
context,
I
no
would-
context.
Okay.
Add
True.
to the story
However.
because I know we didn't talk about it as well. But Micah Blasian conversion arc.
Bro, I've I've been converted. I just never like seen one in the wild.
I mean, if we're being honest, though, that's the closest thing was what he dated before, a Filipino. Okay.
True.
Yeah, but a true Blasian, bro. A 10 out of 10
Those are a
Blasian,
different
bro.
breed. But yeah, I think that was probably the latest I've been high on life. The time before that would have probably been EDC.
Oh,
Well,
I'll tell you my EDC story, but I'll let the others talk.
going back to K-pop night, you're telling me something about dancing, right? No, explain. Like, what did they do up on stage?
The
They just-
choreography.
the choreography to the dances, like, or to the dances,
Yeah.
to the songs, like, because most K-pop songs have choreography that go along with them, and these people take time to learn that choreography.
Like, you know, Oshinoko, how like they do that like stupid like thing with the thing, like it's like that. he's
Yep.
saying.
Yep, the thing with
Yeah,
the thing.
no.
I know exactly what you're talking
No,
about.
Chris knows what I'm talking about, and that's what I was referencing.
With the thing?
Yeah, you know how
No,
like the
no.
brother in Oshinoko is doing that stupid dance routine in the show when his sisters are on stage? That's what they're talking about. Like, there's a dance routine that goes with the music.
Yeah,
But every song has it.
every
Yeah.
song has it, and they know
There are
it,
some people that know like all of them. It was crazy.
right?
But
That
like,
shit does get hard.
a great example is like Gangnam Style. So
Oh
Gangnam
my
Style came on, and
God.
everyone in the room was doing it.
Bro, funny story, because Kyle was there too. So I never seen this man get so fucking lit for K-pop ever. But the funny part about it was he forgot the choreography. He looked up, found a TV playing the music video, and he synced up perfectly, bro.
Kyle's always
And then-
the one that's starting the dance circle, bro.
Yeah, and then what's another thing? You know in the Gangnam Style music video when the dude's on the floor and then the elevator opens
Oh my
and
god!
there's like and doing the dance in front of the elevator when he's on top of him, brother.
There were people on stage, like some people got on the floor and some other people like stood over them and started doing it. It was so funny.
That's crazy.
Stupid. All right, Colin, what you got? High on life.
Okay, so the last time I think I was truly high on life, this was a little bit ago. I think this is like probably one of the best like actual high on life moments that I've had in a very, very long time. So this is when Charlene and I went out
Oh,
to
how did I know?
oh my god, shut up, bruh. Go be happy somewhere else. So this is
Congrats. Fuck you.
so this is back in December of 24. So much happened on this vacation. It was super dope. We ended up going to Disneyland for, I believe, 2 days. And then we ended up going to the Bills-Rams game at SoFi. And that was both her and I's first football game that we've ever been to. And I take great pride knowing that she didn't really watch football or like football at all until she started dating me. And then I started like watching it with her like every week and explaining how the rules and everything went. And then she just ended up picking out her own team. She started learning the players, and she has her own favorite players now. So when we ended up going, she like knew who everybody was, and she was cheering with everybody. It was very, very cool. That was fun, but that wasn't the exact point. The exact point that I think was like really high on life was at the end of the second night of Disneyland when we were there, and we ended up one of the big things that I had for her birthday, because her birthday was a little earlier, so I was gonna give her like a combo like gift like for Christmas and her birthday, because money's expensive.
A three-figure combo. We're not talking about canes.
Yeah, right. So I told her that we were gonna do like a surprise at like Disneyland. So we were gonna go build lightsabers together, but she had never watched any of the Star Wars movies at all before we went to Disneyland. So I had her watch the first 6 Star Wars movies. I didn't have her watch the last 3 because I was like, I don't want to do you a disservice here. Let's just keep you at the high point for the moment. So we finished the 6th movie, and she loved the series. So I told her, like, ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to like build a lightsaber, and I've done it before, but I've never done it with her. And it's kind of like living like vicariously through her, that it made me feel like I was doing it for the first time again, especially since we had the last appointment of the night, and we ended up just being in the room by ourselves. It was just her and I, and they did the whole show and everything in front of us. And you can see her getting like teary-eyed because she got all emotional. She loved it. And then we took the lightsabers outside, and then they started doing the fireworks show, and we sat down and we watched the fireworks show, and it was just like capping off 2 days of like Disneyland, knowing that we had a great day ahead of us. We were on winter break from school. There was like no worry in the world, and just being there with her, I think, was probably one of the best like feelings that I've had in a long time. So that's my story, but it was just super, super special when we went and did that.
Nice. Beautiful moment.
Like, kind of off topic side note, lightsabers are so useful at Disneyland. Because if you get lost and someone has a lightsaber, you can find them instantly.
Oh yeah,
Instant totem. Free
yeah.
totem.
I was about to say, it's like the makeshift totem, bro.
Like, because when I went to Disneyland with my family, back, when did we go? I forget when we went. But anyway, like I had a lightsaber that I got earlier in that day, and whenever we got separated, I would just put it up, and we would instantly find each other.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
But anyway,
all right. Next up, Jeremy. Last time you've been high on life, bro.
Here, I'll let Chris go.
Let me go.
Yeah,
No, you go.
Yeah, Jeremy's still conjuring.
No, you is crazy. Is this motherfucking popcorn reading? What's happening?
You knew that was a hard paragraph.
That shit was embarrassing.
Bro took a full hour, full class to read one paragraph.
Dude, maybe I was just an asshole as a kid, because there were some people in like my elementary class that I'm just like, bro, you can't fucking read, can you? And we're like in like 3rd grade. It's like,
I was thinking that shit in high school. It's like senior year, and they should still read at like a 3rd grade level. It's like, how did you get this far?
Hey, bro, CCSD schooling, bro, Nevada schooling, bro. Rank 49, baby.
Education.
Oh, yeah, 47.
49?
I don't know, dude.
Like
We're dogs, dude.
Okay, here's a good example for me then. Before EDC, when we went to Raw after WrestleMania, that was a high on life moment for me, because that was so. I've never been to a live wrestling event before, and that was the coolest freaking thing I think ever. Like, one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
That is true. That event was a lot of fun. It was the first time that I've been in a WWE event in many years, and I've never gotten to see like John Cena or Randy Orton in person. So it was actually like a kind of a surreal moment that you're like,
yeah,
oh
like
my God,
I see these people on TV all the time. I forget they're like real people, So seeing them like in the flesh was super cool to me. I took videos of every single entrance that we had there. Well, most of them, ones I cared about anyway.
Yeah. Does it have my ugly ass scream in the background each time?
Probably. And like
Broad breaker, whoa!
and then going back and like watching it again, knowing I was there, I I don't know. There's something about it. It was super cool. It's like that's something like a good example for me.
Right. Yeah, you two have no stories? I can tell mine if you want.
Yeah, you can go.
Oh, yesterday.
Boring. Yesterday.
Yesterday. It was my homegirl Kai's 20th birthday / her friend's 21st birthday. We went to New Orleans. We all got fucking lit. It was me, Hans, my homegirl Kai once again. Me and Hans did an accidental 2-man with her friends. I was not scouting at all. One, because Kai's 20 years old and her friends. Bro, the fuck? She's like my little sister, bro. She's gang for real. Nah, but I grabbed Hans one time and then like they're celebrating all the time. So like every time somebody walks in, like, oh, do a shot. And like obviously it's a thing you want to do. So we all got in a circle, we did a shot, and then like her friend Kat was just so fucking drunk. It is not going to turn bad. But like we took a shot and then like, let's do a group hug. I'm like, I don't even know you, but okay, if you're cool with Kai, you're cool with me. I'm like, okay, cool. So we all went in for a group hug, and I'm like, damn, bro, who smells really fucking good? And I look over and it was fucking Hans, and I look up at Hans because he's taller than me, and he did the thing where he did like a Sonic freaky face. So that fucking happened, and then Hans was telling me like they branched off somewhere. I think like they might go like to the bathroom or something, and Hans was like, "Hey bro, help me with this lob real quick." I'm like, "Oh bro, I got you." So I'm like, "Here, let me go ask Kai real quick." And then she's like, "Oh no, you better not do anything to Kat. Like she has a boyfriend right now." And then Hans is like, "Hey bro, that's not what she said in the elevator before she knew I was coming to this party." And I'm like, "What do you mean? What's the context of this story?" Yeah. And she was like, because their party is on the 14th floor, and then I was waiting on the lobby at the 14th floor for him to come up because I didn't want to go down because you a key to access it. So Hans accidentally took the elevator up with them, and Hans told me was like, "Yeah, like I didn't know Kat was at that party too, bro. You should have heard what she said to me in the elevator." And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Yo, if I really would." Like that tall Asian in the elevator with the bicep tattoo, I would fuck him right now. And I'm like, yo, bro, crazy. That's the fucking green light, bro.
Wow.
And I'm like, all right.
Going back to the ABG daughter, this is the type of behavior she'd be into.
That's right.
That's crazy.
Definitely ABG. Nah, but
ABG daughter energy right there.
Nah, but afterwards, everybody got too drunk, and then we got a noise complaint, and then we were checking IDs, and then me, Hans, and Kai snuck out when he was like checking the bathroom to get everybody's IDs because Kai was a 20 at the time or 21 at the time. So we just went downstairs and went to my car and just sang karaoke for like 3 hours, bro. Drunk as, bro. It was such a fucking vibe, bro.
So let me get this straight. You said early you ran a 2-man?
That was the plan.
Well, it was
okay.
I mean, it was somewhat successful. I lobbed Kat's Instagram to Hans. I don't know what she's gonna do with it, but Kai also told me because she's into it now. She was in on it now. I'm like, oh yeah, she recently deleted her boyfriend highlights on her Instagram profile. So then me and Hans are running the game plan. We have like the pin board with all the red lines and ribbon, bro.
Y'all gotta run press coverage.
Press coverage, bro. But yeah, just getting drunk with like 2 friends who like vibe with the same music and all that sing karaoke until like she had to drive back to Arizona literally earlier today. But yeah, because I was not expecting that not to go out like that, getting copped out. But like, I mute the pod. But doing illegal stuff is kind of fun sometimes.
Crazy.
What
I'm
is
not
it?
gonna lie, I've been wanting to do like karaoke. Like,
Alright, so set it up.
but like not like to go out and like get drunk and shit, but just to like go do karaoke.
So, Michael, you have to understand that half the fun of karaoke is drinking while you're doing karaoke.
Man.
But yeah, just usually 2 people that will give you the. Oh my god, I'm started. Don't get that vibe right.
Yep, oral loss right there.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
It's over.
it's over.
You guys really
Chris, do you have any joy in your life?
I have a bunch of stories, but I don't think that's super appropriate because 90% of the time it's when I'm drunk.
Okay, who cares?
There's a high
Um,
on life, Micah.
High on life story, but something that's been happening lately with my job. So since I started this new job, I work as basically a YouTube manager and do videos and stuff like that. Plus, I also manage the live streams for the company. And I have been meeting some like crazy people. For example, I know that you guys won't know this person, but Andrew Huberman.
Damn, you was
Oh
right.
my god, Andrew Huberman, bro!
Jeremy, do you actually know Andrew Huberman?
Yeah,
No, he
dude,
doesn't.
of course. Shut the fuck up.
Well, the diamond tester's out. That shit fake.
Bro, okay. What the fuck, bro?
Alright, who is he?
Who is he? Dude, it's fucking Andrew Huberman, bro!
Shit. This is why I know you guys.
Dude, no, he's a YouTuber that also
Yeah, he is a
streams.
YouTuber.
Yes.
He is a YouTuber that streams,
lying.
and he has a crazy popular podcast. He has about 20 million subscribers. He's a super big name. I met him in person, which was really cool. And as I was saying to Micah earlier, if you guys know Amalfi Jets, Colin, the
Nope.
TikTok star,
Mm-mm.
Nope.
now you guys freaking stink, man.
I'm sorry, bro. My life isn't on the internet the entire time. My bad.
I'm actually being productive with my life. Here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's
What the
sending,
hell?
he's sending
You're
Instagram reels, not
You're
TikToks.
sending
So get it right.
stupid freaking Instagram reels and like TikToks.
Instagram reels that have
random
already been
dumb
posted to
shit.
TikTok.
It's like random dumb memes on the internet, and you're like, "Oh wow, real influencers." Fuck that shit. But he's
Exactly.
super popular. He has like 15 million subscribers. I met him today on our live stream, and whoever knows, those are some pretty big name drops. It's really cool to meet these famous people and like start making connections. All right,
Does it
Jeremy.
feel like
Nice.
just like a surreal moment?
Yeah, it's like a little surreal moment. It's like I would never think that I would meet these people in real life, but I do.
Very nice.
Like Jordan
Alright, very
Peterson.
nice.
I met Jordan Peterson.
Oh, yeah, I know who the fuck that is. That dude's smart as fuck. No, I actually do know who the fuck he is. He's smart as
Yeah.
fuck. I think he's Canadian, but he like does a lot of shit in the USA.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he's actually cool as fuck.
Yeah,
People
I read
hate
both
him.
of his books.
People hate
People
him.
hate him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he says some crazy stuff sometimes, but a lot of his
very
rules
smart.
about life is and beyond chaos and order, which basically puts everything into perspective of what life is, and it's like very helpful.
You should have started with him. I knew who the fuck he was.
All right, Jeremy,
Guys, this podcast
I'm
being
lobbing
canceled.
it to you.
I mean, I guess like a feeling like I was productive in life. I guess it's kind of recent of getting into pharmacy school. That was cool because it felt like I was
Yeah.
kind of passing the
There you
torch to
go.
myself. But that was not a high on life moment. Okay, a high on life moment was so in back in January. So there's this little team that I'm known to be a fan of called the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay.
Jesus.
See, I did not say February, okay? I'm talking about January, okay? So there was this game that we played in the snow against an LA Rams team, and the entire time we were at the bar, one of my friends named Bryce, he was just like, "Oh man, dude, it's not looking good right now. Oh, that's tough." And then as we started winning and took like a pretty commanding lead, he's like, "Oh, there's no way you guys can throw this game. Oh, it's over. It's basically over. Like we shouldn't even watch this." And they just kept finding ways to like fuck it up. And like at the end of the game, it literally took like one of the last second plays to come out victorious in this game. And the amount of like actual just relief that I had, I was just so happy after that game. And it worked out. Actually, the week after that was the high on life moment because we were just shitting on the Commanders so hard. It was great. I love it when my team just shits on the other team. If it's a close game, fuck that shit, dude. It's way too stressful. So the end of that game into the next game with the Commanders, that was chef's kiss.
All right, guys, thank you for tuning in for the first ever Chairman of the Board podcast. Speedrun cancellation, speedrun any percent.
What?
Speed run cancellation, speed run any percent.
The podcast cancellation, speedrun any percent. We say a new personal best. I have been your host, Marvin. Next up, we have Micah. Want to say your goodbyes, bro?
Oh,
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, guys,
We'll see you in
comment,
the
and
next
subscribe.
episode.
Talk about your most favorite part in the comment. Who should get canceled the most out of this entire group?
There you go.
and why is it
hopefully
me?
we'll be back. Yeah, and hopefully we'll be back next week.
Unless
Oh, and Chris
we're
too.
canceled.